Chat, I have a question for you. But this is so... Okay, you know what? Answer as honestly as you can, okay? Like, I need you to be honest with me. Because don't, like, not... Okay, serious for the next 3 minutes, right? Genuine. When you, like, think to yourself, do you hear your thoughts? Genuine, serious. Like, no troll. I need to know this. When you... Let's say you're thinking to yourself, right? Like, do you hear your voice as you're thinking in your head? Yes, I do. Yes. Okay. A lot of people say it depends on the thought. Like, in general. Like, let's, for example, you're like, oh, what am I gonna do today? Right? Like, you don't say that out loud. You're, like, quiet and you're, like, thinking in your head. But you hear the voice, right? You hear, like, what am I gonna do today? Like, in your head. Right? Yeah, kind of echoey. Okay. For those of you that said yes, have you ever, like, felt like all the voices are going on at the same time and then you can't, like, make it stop? I know this sounds, like, crazy, but, like, I have a point to this. I swear. But, like, you know how sometimes, like, you think to yourself and you're like, ah, okay. And then you stop, right? And then you stop, like, thinking. Have you ever had, like, moments where you just don't stop thinking and the voices keep going and going and eventually it becomes incoherent and it just sounds like, oh, like that. But it's, like, layering on top of each other. And now it's in your head and it won't shut up. Sounds kind of like ADHD, no? What? Caffeine? I don't drink caffeine though. I'm not saying I experienced that. I have a point to this. I'm like trying to prove a point here. Usually it's certain music. It keeps repeating. Okay. It makes me so confused. No. Yes, tea has caffeine. The only tea I drink is throat tea. Sometimes, even though I'm slightly allergic to it, it does help. For once, I understand, relate. Okay. Chat, I'm gonna be real with you. I've been having that for the past 2 days, right? And I told my mom about it. Because I was like telling my mom, I was like, yeah, I don't know why. For the past couple of days, like my mind is like constantly like there's like words in it and it's really hard for me to talk. Like as a streamer, you know, you have to think about what to say and then, yeah, you can just yap for hours on end. That's a possibility, but you can also get canceled. Because, like, this shit, you can't, like, post-edit it, right? If I accidentally say something really bad or really controversial, that's, like, clipped and shipped. Unless I end stream, delete the VOD instantly, even then, people will write about it. So, you need to be careful of what you say. But then you also have to think about topics to talk about. And I was telling my mom, I was like, hey, you know what's really weird? Recently, I have, like, this thing, like, there's, like, voices in my head. You know, but, like... It's a common thing. I've had this every now and then, so it's not like that big of a deal. But I'm just like, it was like a... It's not like I'm concerned, you know? It's like a light conversation. Keep in mind, this has happened to me ever since I was like in middle school. There would be days where there's just like so much voices that I'm like, I can't really think very well, you know? So I'm like, oh yeah, that shit's going on right now. And my mom was like, have you ever thought that maybe you're schizophrenic? Right? And here's the thing. Don't self-diagnose, chat, right? If you are concerned about your health, please go to a professional. But I have a reason why my mom said that to me. Back in my day, before I was diagnosed with the problem I already have at the moment, I was misdiagnosed for schizophrenia. This was long ago. To be fair, back then, like, mental health in my country was not good at all. So when I came to them, I told them all of my, like, issues and shit, right? And they're like, you have schizophrenia. Like, genuinely, like, schizo emote. That's you. So then I was on schizo meds for like 6 months and it was not good. Like, it was so bad and I had to switch in and out of like different meds. None of them worked because I don't have schizophrenia, TLDR. And then eventually we find out that it's not schizophrenia, it's another thing with like similar symptoms or something like that. My mom was like, jokingly, she was like, maybe you have schizophrenia. But then I was like, do you hear yourself when you think? My mom said no. I was like, what do you mean? I was like, when let's say you're like trying to remember something or like you're trying to like figure out what you're gonna do that day or think to yourself, do you like hear yourself in your head? And my mom's like, no. All I see, like all I think about, like I see the words but not the voices. And I swear to God, I felt like I was insane because like I'm not crazy. I feel like everyone has that. Oh, she doesn't? Yeah, like my mom doesn't have an internal monologue. Like it's a text. She reads. That's even crazier. Like, no fucking way I'm gonna read out what I'm thinking. Fuck no. It's like, no way. That's crazy, right? I'm not insane. But and now I asked chat. A lot of people in chat said, yeah, they can hear themselves. So it makes sense. Maybe you're crazy. No, I think it's like, it's a lot of stuff going on at once. I think it happens every now and then. It's nothing too bad. If it is bad,
Thanks,
I'll go
Rose
get checked.
Avenues
But
for the
not that
4
bad.
resub.
Priest or psychiatrist. Even my mom said that. She was like, jangan-jangan lu kerasukan. She's like, what if you are possessed? I was like, dude, if I am possessed, right? I don't know. Turn me scarier. Why am I possessed and I'm just scaring myself? Like that goes against the idea of possession. You know what I mean? Like, you know, in horror movies, there's like, oh my god, my daughter is possessed. And now the daughter has like superhuman strength and can move shit from afar. And she can fly. Like, I want that. If I ever get possessed, right? I want to be able to move things from far away, fly, and then be really fucking strong. But no, I get voices in my head. What the fuck am I supposed to do with that shit? Who would want to possess you? But think about it though. What the fuck is this shit? This is the lamest possession I've ever seen in my life. I don't want this. Well, don't possess me either. But like, if I am, make me powerful. Like, with powers and stuff. No. Oh, she's not possessed, just crazy. Oh god damn, shit. But yeah, like there's voices in my head, guys. It's there. I can see it. Guys, I hear it. The voices in my head. It's saying your mom wants you to know that you suck. Oh. Chad, okay. Yep. I said it. Yep. Classic mom. Yep, I said it. Boo. The ghost is scared of you? Oh, man. I know that already. No, chat. You guys don't suck, Smile. I'm not crazy. I know he swapped those numbers. I knew it was 1216.
You know, some people also can't visualize things in their minds. It's called Aphantasia. If you asked them to visualize an apple in their head, they couldn't do it. Like,
you can't think of an apple? What do you mean by that, Prime Radiance? Like, if I say, chat, think of an apple, you can't think of an apple? They can't see images. Bro, that's just called blind. Like, what are you talking about? They can't... If you can't see, you're blind. Okay, there's a missing link here somewhere that I'm not grasping. In your mind. You can't see images in your mind.
It's Aphantasia.
It's... Okay, saying it twice doesn't help.
Out of curiosity, does your mom read out loud? Or do they hear the words in her head?
No, my mom reads like quietly. Sometimes she like... No, she reads quietly. She sees it as like block
Let's
text.
say it like this.
Okay.
Close your eye and imagine an apple.
Okay.
Can you see it?
Yes, I can. Like an apple. Oh, you're saying some people can't... What? Wait, chat. Who here in chat has... What is it you call it? Aphantasia. Aphantasia. Who here in chat has Aphantasia? Rubber Ross has it? Rubber Ross? Really? You have
When I do that, all I see is black, but my brain focuses on the concept of an apple.
Okay, let me try again. Okay. Close my eyes. I imagine an apple. Oh, wait. I've never thought that was like something people can't do. Only no Raora from Hololive has it. What? That's insanely interesting. How do you think about the concept of an apple, though? Like, if I say, like, imagine an apple. Do you just, like, imagine the text apple? Like, do you see the word apple type out as a text? Or do you, like, not see anything at all and just... You imagine the image of an apple. No, it's all black. Oh. Wait, Oh, the characteristics. That is so cool. I imagine a half-eaten apple. When I think about an apple, I see an apple that's
Rubber
red.
Ross and Rora? Does that mean that to be a good artist you for some reason can't picture what you're drawing in your mind?
That's crazy. Dude, I can't even fucking draw. It's all my head. When I close my eyes and think of an apple, I see like a red apple with like yellow streaks on top with one like leaf sticking on the left. It's so weirdly specific, but that's how I see it. What? Yeah, it's one of the reasons she starts drawing. Froggy has it too? Oh shit! All I need to do, chat, is just don't think about the picture and just draw it. Is that what you're saying? If I am like Aphantasia, I become artist. Oh. No, that's like one step closer to being a great artist. I think I'm cracking the code, guys. It's happening. You become a human printer. Oh. Wait, so if let's say someone's like, hey chat, I have like a personality test for you, right? Imagine like a field of grass. Everything is green. You're walking through a meadow. You can't imagine that. So you're just kind of like imagining about the concept of walking in the grass? Nope. I see. That's so interesting. I did not know that was a thing. Oh, wait. I have a question, actually. I remember I took an IQ test. Unironically, chat, way when I was younger, I did take a genuine IQ test because in my school, I was like trying to apply for a scholarship, and one of the things is you have to take an IQ and EQ test. And I took an IQ test, and one of the examples where like try to imagine a picture that's 3D in different perspectives. So it's like if I show you like a cube and one side is red, what if it's like flipped 3 times to the left? How will it look like? Can you do that? IQ 0? Okay, chat. That was the first time they ever saw someone fail it. Okay, dude. Yeah. Yeah. I remembered that. When I first saw it, I was like, I can do that. And then the shapes became so complicated, and I was like, I can't even process what the fuck I'm looking at. You don't get it. It had like 20 sides and shit, and I was like, dude, they're like, which one is the red color? And I swear to God, everything was black. Like, they printed out my IQ test in like a black and white sheet. So now I'm just like, what the fuck are you even talking? There ain't no red color. I'm not colorblind. There was no red color. So now you have to assume which one is the darker shade and assume that's like a red and the lighter shade is yellow. Because that would make sense. You should try mushrooms to unleash your potential. I will never do illegal drugs. How dare you tell me that? I am already addicted to my legal drugs that are probably worse than mushrooms. Oh, silly chat. You're like, haha, Michi, you should try shrooms. Haha, I take ketamine. Legally prescribed drugs.
I produce a lot of things when I'm medicated, so that's kind of true. I have most of my models are because I'm medicated, and a lot of my songs are because I'm medicated, and my debut was because I was medicated. I think the reason I got into vshojo was also because I was medicated. I'm mostly medicated. It's a fun time to be alive. Life could be a dream. Bobby booby bob, paradise up above. Bobby booby bobby, only
I
one
said
that
yes
I
to
love.
your original question about hearing your voice, but now that I think about it, the voice is more neutral and generic, or maybe even silent, more like text just appearing than sound. But I just assumed it sounds like me, so that's how I've perceived it.
You want to know how the voices in my head sounds like? I can literally duplicate it because it is my voice, but it's a very specific voice. Okay, this is the best way I can explain it. Hold on. Like that, but then like copy paste that with like 4 different ones and layer it on top of each other. And one of them just goes, "Wow, wow, wow,
Why are you
wow,
meowing?
wow, 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 wow." That. Why are you meowing? That is unironically how I think. Like there's like a
That's
and
no
then,
different than your regular voices.
and then wow, like that. And it's just like on top of each other at the same time for all the times I'm awake and sober.
It goes away when I'm medicated though, or when I'm asleep.
That's not normal, Michi. It's not?
I just think it's kind of funny. Also makes me feel
So
less
basically
alone.
a golem like? My precious.
My precious.
Actually, I wonder if I can... I swear to God, I am going to one day give like an audio sample of what's going on in my head. Because that's what's going on in my head. And it feels like it's in the back of my brain. You know, like it's not like everywhere in my head. It's like in the back side of your head. And it's kind of like reverberating. Like that's where it's coming from. And it's reverberating to the side of my head. So kind of like an upside down head massager. So this is... like that. I don't know how to explain it, but I've had that for like a very long period of time. Some days, it's like not that bad. Some days, it's not the best. But I've had that ever since I was in middle school. Like, it's not... the best way I can explain it is it isn't a big deal because it doesn't affect my daily life. You know, like, it's not like I hear this and I break down and I am unable to do anything, right? So, it's not a big deal. That's according to what my doctor told me. Like, it doesn't really affect your daily life, so it's okay. I always thought, like, is that normal? Or is it, like, weird? How are you not crazy?
I'm medicated.
I saw an ADHD meme the other day that made me like, no fucking way, this was not normal. I told chat this before, where it's like, I sometimes don't feel hunger. The way I know to eat is when like I get the jitters. You know, like my hands start shaking, my body starts shaking, and I get very weak. And I'm like, oh, it's time to eat. And then I eat. And then I saw that exact meme where it's like ADHD people be like, and it's like, uh-oh, my hands are shaking, time to eat. And I was like, no fucking way, dude. No fucking way. No fucking way. You only eat when you start taking hunger damage. Yeah, but like I don't notice that I'm hungry, so it's kind of hard to tell. Michi, we're trying so hard to keep you alive. Please stop. I'm okay. Like, I know I sound like I'm insane, right? I know it sounds like I'm going crazy and it's insane. But I've had this for so long. Like, at first, I probably did go a little insane. But now, it's like white noise. You know what I mean? Like, now I'm used to it. So it doesn't really matter. You are insane. Dude! Maybe it's like ADHD. I've never been diagnosed for it. That's why I never thought that it was the autism test. I scored possible, but could just be anything else. TBH, I think. It was like, there is a chance, but it also could be anything else. Which is like every other test. It's like, you could potentially be depressed. Or, it's like, you know when you Google a symptom and Google's like, well, it could be a flu, or it could be life-threatening cancer, or it could just be the common cold. So it's like, oh, thanks. That helped a lot. That really like scaled it down to a very small pool, and I know how to treat it. Thanks, Google. One of those. I swear to God, that overlapping thing, I'm so happy some people actually... Well, not happy, because I know it's annoying, but I'm so happy some people... You know, I'm not alone in this. It's not that crazy. That's also why I can't focus on jack shit. And also why I can't do like big conversations. I don't know if chat notices this, right? Every time in like Lethal Company collabs, I'm like quieter. During the Cobblemon thing, every time there's a lot of people like gathering together, I usually like run away and like I just leave. I can't do it. Like I can barely have a one-to-one conversation and I can't focus if there's like 4 people talking. And then I jump from one topic to another to another. Cause like, I don't know, it's in my brain. So it's you learn to live with it. So I don't know.